If you're over 55 and quietly thinking about moving abroad, going overseas, leaving the United States, but wondering if you're crazy for even considering it, let me stop you right there. You're not crazy. You're responding to the current reality. The cost of living has changed. The pressures have changed. And for people over 55, staying put in the United States has become more risky than leaving. Think about it. For most of our lives, the plan was simple. You work, you save, you retire, stay close to what you know. That plan assumed one very important thing, that the country you built your life in would remain affordable. For many people, this assumption is no longer true, particularly in the United States. The housing costs have exploded, healthcare has become unpredictable, insurance, utilities, and taxes have all skyrocketed. And suddenly, people over 50 are asking a question they never expected to ask. Can I actually afford to stay here? If you're younger, moving abroad, it feels like an adventure. You can be a digital nomad if you want and travel around the world. But if you're 55, it becomes a calculated survival decision. Because at this stage of your life, you have less time to recover from financial mistakes. Your health matters more, and stability matters more than excitement. This isn't about chasing some novelty or having a midlife crisis. This is about protecting what you have left. Most people don't resist moving abroad because of logistics. They resist it emotionally. They're a patriot. This is where they were born. Their kids are here. Their grandkids are here. I'm scared to leave my country. I don't know if I could adapt. The fear of being judged, the fear of starting over, the fear of language barriers, fear of how does healthcare work, fear of being far from what's familiar. And underneath it all is the deepest fear. What if I leave and it still doesn't work? And I'm telling you, that fear is very rational. But here's the uncomfortable truth. For many of us over 55, staying is no longer the safe option. When costs rise faster than fixed or semi-fixed income, you're exposed every year. And you know this if you own your home and all you have to do is look at the property tax increases or your homeownership insurance increases or your auto insurance increases year over year. Heck, just go back from the beginning of COVID and take a look. I know for a fact that just before I left to move to Mexico in 2021, my property taxes were about a little over $1,800. I looked last week, same house, same property, they're over $3,700. They've doubled in a little over 4 years. I don't know about you, but I don't know of too many people that have incomes that have doubled in the last 4 years. Okay? That's not stability. That's slow erosion. Actually, it's quick erosion. And moving abroad isn't running away. It's what I call risk management. And let's be honest, moving abroad does not fix everything. You still need income. You still need planning. And you definitely need to still have some discipline. But here's what often improves. You have a lower housing cost, whether it's renting or buying. You have more affordable health care. You have less financial pressure day to day and a slower pace that reduces stress. And the last thing I'll throw in there, having lived in Mexico, I know that I can go down to the local butcher shop or to the mercado and get fresh fruits and vegetables, and it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg to eat something that's organic. But here's what doesn't improve automatically: loneliness, purpose, and bad financial habits. Those still require some effort. Now, this is the biggest lie people still believe, that if you didn't move earlier, you missed your chance. You know what you need. You know what you can tolerate. You're less impulsive. You value peace over status. That is not a disadvantage, my friends. That is clarity. The goal overall is not to run away from your country. The goal is to reduce financial stress, increase predictability, protect your health, and stretch your resources. Moving abroad is a tool. It is not an identity. I know a lot of people here in Mexico, they relish in the fact that they're an expat and that they can have a maid and a cook. You know, that's an identity. They like to brag to their friends back home. Oh, Pablo is coming over to cut the grass. I have to go. No, moving abroad is a tool to make your life better and to do so within your budget. But like any tool, it needs to be used carefully. Now, if you're over 55 and you're considering moving abroad, here's what I want you to hear. You're not failing, you're adapting. The world changed, the math changed, and staying where you are may no longer be the responsible choice. That doesn't make you weak, it makes you realistic. Now, if you resonate with this, subscribe. My channel is specifically about Mexico and my life in Mexico. This channel isn't about fantasy or hype. It's about real decisions, real numbers, and real life after the age of 50. My name is Troy. Thank you for watching Silver Fox in Mexico, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.